start was pretty sloppy, and first 10 minutes we didn't really weren't really playing hockey at all. So it was great battle back from the guys. We could have let that slip away. Dobson made some big saves, and we just kept with it, found our game after that.
What have you been able to adjust after that start?
I think just talking to each other, just motivating each other to do better. We're just playing soft and slow, and they bring so much pressure. Everyone's got to be mentally involved right away, and I thought as the game went on, we did a lot better job of that.
Can you explain the resilience that this team keeps showing over and over again when it gets behind in a game?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of what we do, and just stick with the process. We know that it works, and we can come back in games, and guys made some big plays down the stretch here late in the game, and we were able to seal it.
It's one thing to expect volume from a team like that, but Dobson was there also to bail you out on many occasions, right?
Yeah, I mean, he made some big breakaway saves. I think we tried to do our best to try to block shots and box out for him. There'd be fire pucks at net no matter what's going on. So he's made some big saves for us, and definitely was a big reason we won.
Are you fascinated by some?
But just what he does shift to shift, he's learning a lot, and he's, obviously a huge goal for us there to separate, and really pumped for him.
You could have made more than 40 saves tonight. What do you say about his work?
Unreal. He's been doing it all year. He competes, he battles. Just always gives us a chance. He keeps us in games. Obviously, breakaway save at the end there. It's cool to see the crowd get behind a guy like that.
What was the most satisfying for you guys to the way you adjusted after that tough first period?
Yeah, I don't know if we adjusted. I thought we just found our game a little bit later than expected, and obviously, it's tough going down 2, but I don't think there was a panic. Obviously, a huge goal by Cappy there, and got us right back in it. But I liked how we played. Just didn't freak out after going down 2.
Thank you, Cole.
Thanks, guys.
What was wrong in the first period?
A lot of pressure, that's some chances, but we know when we're on our game and executing that we're a top team in the league, and I thought we did a good job of settling in and kind of adjusting as the game went on.
How have you seen Dobson grow during the season?
Yeah, I think he's he's a young goaltender. This is his first full year or second year. It's a lot of onus on young goalies to be in these moments down the stretch with how tight things are, but he's got a great demeanor for it. He's joking around before the game. He's loose, and then when he gets on the net, he's locked in, and he's a gamer. He competes in there, and he's given us some big starts here lately.
How can you describe your level of comfort with him back there?
Yeah, I honestly, we're comfortable with all our guys.
Because they were really aggressive on the forecheck, and maybe you have to hurry up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. We all know how Carolina plays. They're all out pressure, all the time, and that's what they were pretty much doing the first period. And we were sleeping a bit, to be honest, which obviously can happen, but it happened. But like I said, we learned from it. After first, we told each other that this was definitely our worst, and we can only go up from here, and that's what we pretty much did. So I'm happy the way it ended.
You started the third period leading 3-2. Is it the best reward to see that you were able to hang on to that lead and then extend it?
Yeah, for sure. since the start of the third, obviously they had some chances because they're gonna create some chances, but Dobby was there, and then obviously we were helping him and trying to block shots and be good defensively. We obviously, when you're up, you don't have to create as much, but you still want to do something. And then if you play good defensively, good things happen. Then he goes on a breakaway, scores a big goal, and then just good job at the end there, 5-on-6.
What can you say about Dobby's work tonight?
Stretch. So just to get that kind of game tonight, do you feel it's good for confidence?
Yeah, I think it's every play build your confidence. So I feel good, pretty good.
It was a big goal for you, but it's also a big goal for the team. How big was that one? Because the Hurricanes were pushing a lot to try to tie the game.
I mean, it's hard to say, but yeah, it's a big goal, and I'm happy that I helped my team score this goal.
How good was Dobson tonight?
It was unreal, but he's tried to. I don't know if he actually tried it to score. It was a bit scary and funny, but he had a so good game today. So
it seems the Hurricanes give the team trouble early on. Just what do you think enabled the group to turn it around and get going?
I don't know. Just to feel maybe we just slip in the first half of first period. So I don't know what's the game, but it just maybe like our goal and just we get more confidence after that and start going.
Is it the most pressure that you've seen from a team in terms of forecheck on you guys?
I think so. Yeah.
So what made it so difficult?
I mean, they're like all physical and very fast team. So it's pretty hard to like I don't know escape this pressure. So and just have to like try more, and try to play behind them. So
how do you evaluate for you? How comfortable were you playing 5-on-5 in this game? You seem to be able to create a lot.
I mean, I try to find some space for myself, and after that, like, just did my best. So.
Are you a good soccer player?
I do. I mean, I was a good soccer player. I don't know. I didn't play now.
Okay, because in the second period you had a shift where you manipulated the puck with your feet.
I mean, it was good skills. I mean, just lucky. I think so.
How much fun are you? You arrived late last year in the season. You played a little bit in the playoff. What does this mean for you to help the team in the playoff run?
Bonsoir.
Salut Martin. Évidemment, vous saviez, on en parlait ce matin, que la pression allait venir. La première a été plus difficile. Comment tu as aimé, comment ton équipe s'est ajustée, s'est replacée, a trouvé son jeu pour aller chercher la victoire?
Tu essaies d'en parler avant le match, puis c'est comme faut à vivre. Puis on s'est tiré dans le pied de bonheur avec des revirements, une punition. C'est dur à lâcher du momentum. Mais je trouve qu'on a trouvé notre game en fin de première, je trouve. Puis on a parlé de leur pression entre la première et la deuxième. Puis encore une fois, comment aider l'équipe à passer à travers de ça. Je trouve qu'on était meilleurs en troisième, mais c'est pas une équipe facile quand tu mènes par un but à les gérer parce que tu joues avec pas beaucoup de risques calculés. Puis ils sont dans ta face tout le temps. Fait que faut que tu essaies d'être capable de mettre des pucks profondes puis de capitaliser sur leur... Ils sont agressifs, tu sais, puis c'est comme ça le but à Demidov, ça a été bon qu'on est capable de se séparer, puis après ça, tu essaies de fermer le match, qui n'est pas facile contre une équipe qui chute beaucoup de partout.
Justement, le chercher le gros but, mais à 5 contre 5, on l'a vu menaçant, dangereux, confortable d'une certaine façon. Comment tu évalues son
les équipes qui jouent man-on-man hard de même, je pense que c'est l'avantage Demidov, je trouve, dans ses confrontations. Il y a un petit peu d'espace, puis tu l'as vu à soir.
Jérémy? Martin, votre gardien a été très bon ce soir,
ouais.
Bien sûr. Mais il semble que depuis, ce serait peut-être la mi-janvier à peu près, au niveau de la technique, il a de l'air vraiment meilleur, plus square devant son filet. As-tu senti qu'il y a eu à un moment donné quelque chose qui a cliqué? Je sais que tu me dis souvent que c'est pas toi qui s'occupe des gardiens, mais...
Tu parles à Marco.
Mais qu'est-ce que tu vois de ton gardien
Moi,
dans son évolution?
je trouve qu'il joue gros, confiant. Mais côté technique, je peux pas vraiment t'en parler. Mais il a été excellent ce soir, surtout avec notre début de match. Il a fait des gros arrêts. Tu regardes les lancers tentés, c'est une équipe qui lance de partout puis ça crée beaucoup de chaos. Faut que tu sois alerte. Puis il l'était.
Tu parles de Bêche Martin, c'est beau. Tantôt avec Pat Fredette, tu disais on a réussi à calmer la tempête. À quel point il a donné confiance à l'équipe aussi. Il n'a jamais donné comme le but qui aurait pu faire mal la première période. Puis à 3-2, même chose. Il était à son meilleur avec le match était vraiment bon.
C'est sûr. Ça donne la confiance au groupe. Puis je pense qu'il nous donne ça beaucoup. Là.
Salut Martin. Demidov nous racontait que la présence juste avant, en tout cas en milieu de match, s'est fait frapper, rentré vite au banc. Puis il dit j'étais fâché qu'il n'y avait pas eu de pénalité, tout ça. Puis ensuite, il a connu la deuxième moitié de match. Comment tu trouves qu'il réagit justement face à ce type d'adversité-là quand il se fait.
Demi, il n'a pas peur. Il gagne. Il va chercher des pucks difficiles des fois. Puis c'est sûr, c'est une game d'émotion. Comme joueur, je sais, moi, si je me faisais frapper d'une mauvaise manière ou quelque chose, un cheap shot, c'est sûr, des fois, ça me mettait du gaz sur le feu un petit peu. Puis des fois, c'est ça que ça prend dans une longue saison, à travers des matchs, d'aller chercher un autre niveau. C'est réel, c'est pas forcé, c'est créé. Puis je pense qu'il y a ça.
Salut Martin. Quel est l'impact d'un Kaden Boulet quand il joue comme présentement, physique à souhait? Encore une fois, ce soir, s'il y a une mise en échec, tu peux l'utiliser autour de 20 minutes. À quel point il aide justement à cette recherche de rythme-là pour ton équipe?
Bien, c'est sûr. Je pense qu'il joue son rôle. Il se défend fort, il est fatigant dans les batailles, il est agressif, il est physique. C'est ça qu'on a besoin.
Juraj Slafkovsky en fin de match, quand vous aviez l'avance, il dit moi c'est le genre de moment où je veux être sur la glace, c'est les moments les plus importants. C'est pas juste quand on a besoin de marquer, mais c'est un gars comme ça que tu peux envoyer aussi pour protéger des avances. Quelle valeur ça a pour toi?
C'est pas la première fois qu'il est là.
C'est quand même des matchs qui sont sur la ligne. Peut-être qu'il aime ça autant être là.
Mais j'espère que mes joueurs aiment ça être là. S'ils n'aiment pas ça être là, mais ils ne seront pas là.
Marty, what's the biggest lesson you think your guys can take away from a game like this? The first period looked like you were going to get blown out, and you come back and win.
I don't know. I'd have to watch. I have to rewatch completely to tell you what's the lesson. It's big 2 points for our team.
Did you say anything after the first period, or was there?
Yeah, I sure did.
You always talked about during your playing career feeling like somebody was going to take your chair. Dobson has been in a 3-goalie rotation at times this year. There's times where you had an established number one where you had to get him going. Just what's the value of earning something and continuing to have to earn it every single day? What's the value of that in terms of becoming a confident player?
I think it's part of it. You know, it's part of it, and I feel like for Dobson, he's just been trying to get that chair, you know, steal a chair, get that chair, and you know, and I think that's an everyday thing. Once you stop worrying about that, that's usually when somebody steals your chair, you know. So it's an everyday thing. I think he's progressed tremendously, and he's learning how to be a pro in this league and how competitive it is, and you know, he's doing well.
You haven't talked about the need to be able to correct yourself and how long it takes you. I mean, everyone in your room, you before the game, exactly how that first period played out, it seemed like despite knowing what was coming, you kind of played into it. When you know, what are some of the cues that you see your team using to make that correction, and how much are they self-correcting in a situation? I know that you talk to them between periods.
You can hear the bench talk. You know, obviously I'm talking too, but it's not just me. You can hear the players talk, how, you know, it's not good enough and let's do more of that or more of this, you know, and you try to get it back one shift at a time, one action at a time, you know, and I feel like we've been able to do that, and sometimes you just need the period to end, and hopefully you didn't get hurt too much. That was a big goal, the goal that Cappy scored. And then you can kind of come up for air, talk a little bit, and get back at it. I think that's what we did.
Chattering like that, is that, do you just kind of sit back and
Of
let it
course,
happen?
yeah, if they're saying the right thing and stuff, it's easy, you know, it's almost better when it comes from the players in front of you. You know, as a coach, you always try to steer them, and if it's quiet, you know, sometimes you have to lead, but I feel like there's times where, you know, you don't have to lead as a coach. The team is leading itself.
Martin, with the lead going into the third period, how did you feel like your team closed out the game? Dobson making some big saves, but it felt like you guys were able to keep them to the outside.
Yeah, I thought we did the best we could, to be honest. You know, the period was fine. Obviously, we separated with a second goal, up 2. They pulled a goalie with, what, 4 minutes left? That's a long time with no goalie, and a team that shoots it from everywhere. And so I thought we managed the best we could. And at the end of the day, like, your best player in those situations is going to be your goalie. And he was that tonight.
Je voulais continuer sur la question que posait Eric à propos de Dobson, justement. Est-ce que, sens-tu, puis c'est peut-être pas seulement à propos des goalers, mais sens-tu qu'il y a des gars qui sont plus confortables quand ils sentent que la chaise est à eux, puis il y en a d'autres qui sont plus confortables quand ils courent après la chaise?
Ben, je trouve les deux. C'est personnalité, je pense.
Est-ce que ça gère différemment que pour le coach quand tu sens que tu as des personnalités qui sont différentes?
Ben, c'est sûr, tu ne gères pas tout le monde de la même manière. Il faut que tu apprennes à connaître ton groupe, tes individus avant de savoir c'est quoi, comment que tu gères lui, comment tu gères lui. Puis c'est quelque chose qu'on est conscient, puis on porte attention à ça.
Ça rentre-tu en ligne de compte dans le choix de tes gardiens de but? Mettons, Dobson, je te dis, il est dans une situation où là, on peut le faire, il peut courir après la chaise.
Tout fait partie de l'équation. Mais je te dis pas que la personnalité va tout le temps driver la décision du coach qui joue. Il y a un côté performance aussi, un côté fatigue. Il y a beaucoup de choses qui rentrent en ligne de compte.
Merci, Martin.
OK, merci.